You are now tuned in to the motherfucking Ambition Hour podcast on Worth the Wait Radio. You ready?
Five, 420, 3.
Yo, and welcome to the Ambition Hour podcast. It's your girl, Audi 3000, and this is episode 64! I wish, sometimes, bro, Beyonce, when she told the band to stop, she told the band to stop. that's some talent right there. Welcome. Happy WTW Saturdays. Happy 420 for all of those who partake in situations like that. Shout out to the squad who's in the building, my audio visual having spits. Shout out to them. Shout out to the boys. Thank you for being here. Have spits. Thank you. By the way, you guys, it is WTW Saturday, so that means that today we drop a podcast and we are dropping House of Jones. Today, it's officially available for you guys to listen to right now. All you gotta do is just go to Apple Music and search for WTW House of Jones, and you'll be able to download it. Make sure that you stream it. Make sure that you share it with everybody. This project, like I said last week, is a project that has been coming into fruition for a very long time, and it is here. So make sure that you go ahead and check that out, please, and thank you. We appreciate that. Support your local artists. Support the artists here at WTW Records. If you need any and everything WTW, all you have to do is go to the website, which is WTWRecords.com, and you can go ahead and, buy something like this. La Vita è Bella. We got all sizes available. So yeah, ladies, this is really cute. You can cut it up real quick, get it off the shoulder. That's how I wore it. You can crop top it if you want, fellas. This real fly is blue and red. It goes with almost anything. Pair it with some black shoes. I'm about to spice up y'all outfits with this shirt. You can get the Dove capsules. Oh, you want to? Shout out to y'all see that? Y'all need me on y'all team. Y'all don't want this heat. I got the arm. I'm ready. I've been working out too. I'm so excited. Episode 64. Today I'm not as nervous. That's because I'm starting to realize that I need to stop being scared and start letting go of some fears that I have. And trust me when I tell you, you guys, there are some things that I am very scared of. I don't know why. It's not so much scared. It's just kind of like, it's just something that's in the back of your mind. And so it's funny because you guys see me here, you guys see that I'm very, I'm very lit, and I have a lot of energy. And I've talked about it before, how there's like an on and off switch when it comes to that personality. And obviously it comes on when I'm in front of the camera. Now, in person, it doesn't happen like that. In person, it's a little different, but it's all good because I am, like I said last week, you can be flawed in this earth and you can still strive, and that is my intention. I want to start off this episode with a lot of positivity. If you're listening, if it's the first time that you are here, I want to just give you so many positive vibes, like the Care Bears. Like the Care Bears that just would spit out stuff, right? Like, that's me. Like, I'm the positive one. From the heart. My heart to yours, I am giving you positivity because that's what we all need in this earth. And so to just move forward, to just go ahead and let go of those fears and just live fearlessly, because even though I am doing this is something that constantly I have a lot of faith in, but there's times where it's just kind of like, I don't know if what I'm doing is right, but, or if people like it, but I'm just really just doing it from the heart, and I'm really pursuing to make my passion my paycheck, which is something that I am working towards very hard, and I'm preaching to everybody because that is something that is truly, truly important in this life, is that whatever it is that you want to do in this world, you can go ahead and do it. We're going to get a little into that a little later, because Homecoming dropped on April 17th. I actually don't remember what date that was. I think that was Wednesday. Yeah, so Wednesday it dropped. the album came out, so you can listen to the album, you can stream it and all that stuff, and then you can also watch the film on Netflix. Now, all I knew about was the film. I didn't know about that you can listen to the album. So on Wednesday morning when I wake up and I find out that there is an album, I haven't stopped playing it. Like, just like how I didn't stop watching Coachella, I didn't stop listening to the album. I started watching literally right before we started doing the podcast. I was watching the intro of of Coachella because I'm just so hyped. Y'all see, like, I'm just like in a whole nother mood. Beyonce just got me on a whole nother level, and I'm gonna tell you why. She talked in the film. If you got to watch it, if you haven't, it's okay. I'm not here to spoil anything, but she did talk about a lot of the sacrifices that she had to do in order to prepare for this performance. And I'm over here on day 6 of like no bread and carbs and sugar and shit, and I'm dying. And she said she did it for 8 months. Talk about dedication. Now, I don't want to be Beyonce, but I do admire the woman that she is, and I admire the dedication and the consistency and just like all the hands-on, because she directed it, she executive produced it, and she wrote this film, so she gets all of those credits. So come on, like that's a whole lot of women to be able to do that. And she has 3 kids. She's a wife. She's able to do all of that. And so in the same week, I was feeling like, how can I do it all without losing my mind? And here came Beyonce and just showed us how you can do it all, not lose your mind, and chase your passion and just be dedicated to your craft, because that's what that is. That's what she presented to the world on Wednesday was dedication, was like just putting not perfection, but the best that it can possibly be out to the universe. So I watched Coachella, like I watched it last year, when they, like, you know, they had it on YouTube or whatnot. Like I mentioned last week, they kept taking it down, which now we know why. But I think it's just so beautiful, the representation that it had, like I said last week. Shout out if it's your first time here. Hey, hope you stay. Well, I don't know how you got here, but thank you. If somebody recommended you, thank you to that person. If you're listening to us on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, wherever it is that you're listening to us, thank you. But yeah, so it was just a lot of representation that I really liked. So one of the things that was my favorite is when Destiny's Child comes out, because I grew up listening to Destiny's Child and dancing to them. Like the Lose My Breath song, like I danced to it at a pep rally once, and like that's a memory that I'll never forget. So every time that I hear that song, I always think of the pep rally that me and my dance team killed it, bro. Oh my god. It was so much fun. I just passed by my old high school I passed by my high school today, and it was just so cool to like pass by, and then just like the nostalgia that happened, and then listening to the album, because I've been listening to Homecoming, I'm telling you, since Wednesday morning. Like, I'm pretty sure that my coworker is sick of the horns and the drums that he keeps hearing every single day because of me. Yeah, so it took me back to like the pep rallies in high school. It took me back to just like when she started, because I've grown up seeing Beyonce become this superstar, and it just like shows like this is a woman who is just breaking all of the barriers, who's making a name for herself, who is one of the greatest performers of all time. Like, and I got to see that from the beginning. I got to see it when she was in Destiny's Child, when she, maybe not in the Star Search days, but I've seen the footage from that enough and have enough knowledge to know that she has worked very, very hard to be where she is at today. So I feel powerful just watching it. So if you haven't watched it, go ahead. I told the boys they have to watch it. Like, because we can all learn from something. We can all learn something from this film. As men, as women, as everything, you can learn something about it. So go ahead and check that out. And also, I think it was the same day Wiz Khalifa dropped his docuseries, which is Behind the Cam. And I got to watch it. Shout out to Jav for putting me on game about that. That was like the best time spent, because I put it on. First of all, I was washing dishes, so I'm painting the picture for you guys. So I was washing the dishes, and I was like, I gotta do something productive while I'm washing this dish. I can't just wash these dishes. It's so funny how, like, you know, YouTube and and like just our phones have become something that can provide us something that's going to make our minds better. You know what I mean? If you decide to watch the right things, that's what's going to happen. You're going to watch things that are going to better your mind, that are going to take your mindset to the next level, because we need that. We need to be watching things that are constantly taking our minds to the next level. And this docu-series did exactly that. So I'm very happy that I got to watch it. I finished it, first of all. Definitely binged on it. And I just felt like I felt so empowered, because for me to see another artist that I have seen, that I have been watching for 10 years, to just excel in the way that he has excelled, and to see his parents and how they felt about, you know, him since he was a child, and seeing that like his son is similar to that, and seeing how, you know, he's always believed that he was going to be a star, and how everything that he recorded was for history. And it just makes me think like, man, I wish I were to have footage, because I was doing this when I was 12 years old, but there's no footage of that. And I would love to see footage of that, you know. And so he put that into perspective. But it's kind of like, I don't have that now, but I have this right now. So everything, like how I was saying, everything that we're doing, and like I guess from learning from the docuseries, was like everything that we're doing is part of our history. No matter how far we take it or how far we go, we're still going to have this history here for us. And I feel like that's so powerful that he has that, having his team. And it was cool with the whole bowling, and how they did like a little bowling tournament, and how each one of the little episodes had like their own story and kind of like their message. He had producers come on. The producer he's worked with he's made like 7 tracks. That he dropped an album today as well too. So 420. So today you gotta listen to House of Jones, and you gotta listen to, you know, Wiz Khalifa's new project. So make sure that you do both. It's 420 vibes, so you know what I'm saying. But yeah, so it was just a really cool docuseries. Like I said, I enjoyed watching it. Recommend it to everybody, because it's just dope as hell. And I feel that we support these, you know, big artists, and we support people that we don't know. Like, I don't know Wiz, but I grew up listening to him. I grew up with him pretty much. I found out that he's only a year older than me. So, you know, I'm starting to feel that I'm supporting these artists that, like, you know, are big time, and it's awesome and it's cool, because when they retweet me, I think it's everything in the entire world. But it is also very important to support your friends, the ones who you have known, that personally know you, that have been to your crib, that have some type of connection with you. And so for me, like, I decided to go ahead and support my girl Brittany, New York. With her, she has a candle company. Like, now I like balled out, because this is going to my friend and her dream. And so I got this candle, and I got 3 other candles as well. She has a bundle. If you get 3 candles, it's $22. Look at how cute. And it's, can you see it? Spit said it'll be a smooth night with the ladies. Yes. So yeah, so I got this one. I think we're trying to get, no? All right. Well, I'm just going to read to you guys what it says. It's Lavender Bliss. She has one that's called Novocaine, and it's pretty much named and inspired by the Frank Ocean song. So I thought that was beautiful. I know right now I have one burning in my room. I know I have one burning in my room right now, because I just love the smell. And I accidentally got some wax on my hands, and I don't know, but it just moisturized my hands like crazy. It was so cool. And I love it because it's 100% coconut wax. It's hand poured in Atlanta, Georgia. That's where she lives. And the burn time is 20 to 30 hours. If I'm not mistaken, the other ones that I got 2 are the same amount of burn time. So go ahead and check it out. It's Annie and Co. So go ahead and check that out. Shout out to Brittany. It's really cute. It's very attention to detail, very just like thought out, and she like even gives you like a little card here. It's just, to me, like, this is something that since I know her, like, in my head, like, I'm just picturing her think about this and think about all these ideas, and how little they are, but I know that in her mind there's something so big, because that's how special she wants to make it. So you go, girl. You go ahead. You make these candles. Y'all go ahead and buy my girls candles. They're bomb. I wouldn't promote anything that I don't use. So I'm obsessed, like, from just the smell everything. So that just brought me into like this whole thing of like supporting your friends and supporting what it is that they're doing and supporting local artists. And that's one of the things that I love to do here on the Ambition Hour podcast. Is that's the reason why I bring artists on, is because I want to support their movement. I support what they're doing. I support their vision. I support their dream, because to me, I feel like artists, musicians, creatives, we all have a tough job because we're trying to put out something that not everybody is going to understand. Because it's just like, you want to be a rapper, or you want to do podcasts, or you want to make movies. Like, people are so quick to want to fit you into this mold, and it's just like, no, see, the mold that I'm trying to fit into is the one that God has for me. So if we don't go into this universe doing and trying to fit into the mold that God has made for us, then we're going to be living somebody else's dreams, and that's not what we're here for. So when people are trying to put you into a mold that you don't fit into, you gotta do what you gotta do and fit into the mold that God got for you, because that's the only way that you're going to fulfill your passion and fulfill what's inside of your heart. That's something that you just can't let go of. Like, that's something that I've been thinking about. Like, really understanding my purpose and really understanding what has been burning inside of me since I was like a little girl. And it's like this whole being in front of a mic, being in front of the I never dreamed that it would be like this. Like, this is crazy. This all, like, I sometimes, like, I like when I see what I am doing, like, I just think that it's so beautiful. And I would have never, ever expected for this to happen the way that it has happened, to have the support from people. Like, all of the artists that have been on here, like, I just see that there's a sense of support from everybody, and I appreciate that. But it wouldn't have happened if I didn't chase exactly what it is that I wanted to do. You know what I mean? And that's why, if you want genuine support, then you have to be doing something genuine. So whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's rapping, whether it's you're a doctor, whether it's you're a nurse, whatever it is, make sure that you're genuinely doing it because that's what you want to do. Because then that's when you get genuine support, genuine love, and that's how we continue, uplifting each other and kind of like just taking the cycle to the next level of becoming the best versions of ourselves all together. Whew, man. What a feeling. I'm telling you guys, when you start doing exactly what it is that you want to do, and you just know that that's what you're supposed to be doing, your spirit and your actions are just better, and the space that you're in is just better. I honestly feel like I'm probably in the best space in my life that I've ever been in, and I'm just so grateful for that. So Slim Thug, we want to continue to give flowers to people who are doing good in the community, who are doing good for their community, who are not just staying inside of a box of what a rapper or what an artist is supposed to do. Slim Thug has been helping his community. If I'm not mistaken, I think he has his own construction company or something. Spitz, our Slim Thug community specialist, is in the building.
Nah, you're right. He formed a construction company, and he buys blocks into the neighborhoods, and he rebuilds houses and sells them.
So he rebuilds houses and he resells them. So he's building a block. That's what Spitz is saying. So I'm assuming that this is something that is not expensive. It's affordable for people, so that way that they can, live there, and it's not a problem. It's not a burden for them to have. Oh my God, like, I don't have, like, that's pretty dope, because sometimes, it's expensive to, like, have a spot. And sometimes, especially with some of the jobs that people can get, is based on their skills, based on where they live, based on even, unfortunately, on like maybe how they look, or they can get the job that is going to pay them, the amount of money that can afford them a place to live. And Slim Thug is making it affordable for them to have their own home. And that I think that's so beautiful, because that's giving an opportunity to people who don't have to have, and that. We commend you, Slim Thug. We're gonna clap it up for the king right now, because there's not a lot of people doing that. Like, there's not a lot of people that do that. And there's some people who they're just out here just like living la vida loca. Freaking Spence was watching some Chris Rock shit before this.
What's the name of that one? Bigger, Blacker.
He was watching Bigger and Blacker, and he was just saying how that song is just very popular. So
he's not lying.
He's not lying. It's living on your look on whoop. There it is. It's a light whoop. There it is. But yeah, so there's just people who they're just really not doing anything, and they're just spending their money, or they make this money and then they hide away, or man, it's just beautiful to see people doing that. And I it inspires me to want to do that. And then it just shows, especially because we have the company, we have the record company, you know what I mean? We have artists, we have rappers. And I know that for us, it's like we're not trying to for us, our thing is like we ain't trying to leave money on the table. And and this music and podcast and all that stuff, that's dope and that's awesome to have, and that's something that is our passions as well. And we're definitely going to be making and are making money from our passions, but we are trying to also contribute to what can help other people, to what can uplift other people, because as a company, that's what we want to do. We want to bring people together so we can become the best versions of ourselves and excel and take the company to a level that that has never been before. A company has never been before. You know what I mean? Because Rockefeller went to a level that they went to. There's other companies like, Cash Money and, Bad Boy. They all went to certain levels that will forever be remembered. And who's to say that we can't have the same thing? You know what I mean? And then that's part of that, like being a contribution to your community and just, doing good, and just like I'm just inspired. I can't build houses, but we gonna have to find something that I could do to give back to the community. And yeah, okay. So, did I say the Twitter? Yeah, Audi Ambition. Oh, follow me on Twitter, Audi_3000. Twitter is funny. Twitter, I talked last week about how like Twitter is, and how it's like a whole other world.
Yeah, it's a little different than Facebook and Instagram.
It's like so really different than well, I don't really use Facebook, but I do use Instagram a lot, and then having the Twitter and just the Twitter having I don't know. Damn, Hav. I don't know. It's pretty cool. So I just want to share with you. I got retweeted. So I don't know if it's me. This is the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I really don't have to explain that, but I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little thing. So this whole thing about like what people retweet you or repost your stuff on Instagram or Twitter, like to me, I think that is like so cool. I see why when there's like tips on Twitter and like all these things, why it says to engage, why it says to retweet, why it says to this, because it really makes people feel good. Myself, who, you know what I mean, like I don't get starstruck because it is what it is, but someone retweets me, I'm like, oh my god, freaking Currency, Wiz Khalifa, and Joe Budden all retweeted me this week, and I haven't known how to act any single time. It's just like, you would have thought that they called my cell phone. Like, that's how excited I got. And it just goes to show how even the little things matter, because it just makes you appreciate that person a lot more. It's just like, oh man, they retweeted me. Oh man, they reposted me. Shout out to everybody who supports us by reposting our stuff, by liking it, by commenting on it, just by engaging. You guys know that I'm forever grateful for that. And that's why I think that social media is just so beautiful. It's a gift and a curse. We've talked about that, but it's beautiful because it connects us in a way that nothing else can connect us. There's some people that I wouldn't know if it wasn't for social media. There's people that are listening and watching right now that wouldn't know and listen to us if it wasn't for social media. So shout out to that. Okay. So, we wanted to spread some light on this new moon that we have. There was the full moon yesterday, but it was also a new moon. See, now I told you guys that I'm trying to get better at this whole, understanding astrology, understanding the new moons, and understanding the just saging and
New moon culture.
new moon culture. I guess if you want to call it. I don't think it's that. So because then there's gonna be people that know and they're gonna be like, nah, it's not that. Like, the real mooners. The real mooners gonna be like, ma'am. I told y'all that anything that I say on this podcast is probably wrong. It's not researched. I say what I want. There's things that I research, but there's things that I don't, and then I just go on a whim about it. Like I did a new moon new moon ritual. You see, that's something that was new for me. I did that yesterday. Mind you, it was raining sideways out here in Miami. And I had candles because it was like part of the ritual. I had the sage out. I had all this. I was right. Now listen, okay, so now I know that everybody's just like, oh, sage ever since like Nipsey's funeral and shit. Nah, I had it before. And yes, I have been saging every day because of what Lauren London said. I wanted to go into the energy with a cleansed energy. I mean, I wanted to go out into the world with cleansed energy. You know what I mean? Because even in my dreams, there'd be some demons. Oh, I be seeing them. I'd be like, no, I want to wake up now. And usually it's because I'm hungry. That's a demon. Being hungry, that's a demon. I don't know about you because I'm not myself when I'm hungry. Back to the new moon. So the new moon, I did the ritual. The ritual that I did had to do with cutting ties because this was like a moon that you can cut ties with. Cut ties with certain feelings of certain people, and there are people in my life that I felt that I had to cut ties with in a spiritual way because there's one way of like not talking to them anymore and like don't talk to me and we don't communicate anymore. That's one way of cutting somebody off. There's another way which is also blocking, but that's probably we're gonna say that for a little later, the whole blocking thing, because
that's toxic.
That blocking people is toxic. Is it? Is blocking people toxic, Spitz? Tell me. Be my friend. Tell me.
No, I mean, it just depends on that type.
On the blockage?
It just depends on the block. I mean, if the person is utterly disrespectful, that calls for like, continuous disrespect. I mean, that person has to get blocked.
Okay, what I mean more along the blocking is like if I never want to talk to you again, I'm gonna block you.
Teach his own.
Teach his own. Okay, so it was just about cutting ties and doing, just cutting ties with people that you no longer communicate with, but there is still a tie there because they were a very important part of your life and they had a lot of influence in part of who you are today. So you want to cut ties and like letting go of that, letting go of fear. That's why I started this episode with like that power, because of like I feel like I cut ties with the fears that I continue to hold on to. I felt like I let go of the pain that I was holding on to. This morning I woke up and I had so much energy and I was just so excited. I went to this coffee shop. Shout out to the Brewing Buddha. It's in Pinecrest. So if you're in the Miami area, make sure that you check the Brewing Buddha out. They have their own playlist on Spotify. Like, that's dope. AF. I listened to it. I followed it. And it was just a cool vibe there. But yeah, so like, it's just like when you do certain things and you cut certain things loose, and you don't have to do a new moon ritual. You can just do it like in a ceremony yourself, or just do it within prayer, or go into meditation and just, cut ties with those things and people that are possibly holding you back in a way that shouldn't be holding you back. Because listen, you cannot chase anything with something holding you back. Because if you want to run away from somebody and like someone's trying to like do something bad to you, and I mean physically, like Michael, like those serial killers and shit like that, if they grab onto you, you can't go. You're not going anywhere, my guy. They are holding on to you and you're not going anywhere. So what you gotta do, you gotta like move their hand and just like run. Bro. Now, if you don't make it with that move, I'm sorry. This isn't research. That's just what I would do. I would just hit them with the, and I'm gone because I don't need nobody holding me back. I'm trying to chase. I'm trying to go. Huh?
Do that movie again?
With the... I'm trying to go. We trying to shoot him out this bitch because we don't got time for that. We trying to chase these dreams, and we got homeboy chasing us. We got these fears chasing us. I call that the bear. The bear when you in the woods, like when you running towards something. That's how I'm running. I'm running like there's a bear behind me to chase these dreams. I can have nobody, nothing, no fear, nothing holding me back. Because if anything is holding me back, I'm holding myself back. This isn't genuine. The energy that I'm giving you guys isn't genuine. And so I do and would like to let you guys know that the past couple of episodes, there's been kind of like a crazy little thing in my energy that has been going on, and I felt it and I see it. And just looking back at some of the looks backs, I go into how my mind was in that episode, and there have been times where I just like I just think about it. Like there's times like during the week I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, bro, I'm trash. But then I'm like, no, you're not. Like that's the thing. Like I'm such a Gemini that I have two personalities to calm the other personality down. One personality is just like, nah, bitch, like, da, 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 da. And then the other one's just like, no, like, you gotta relax, man. Like, that's not how it's going to be. This is... I'm going out into... Spencer's like with the two hands. I got two... One for the... You know what's... Somebody asked me today if I would date myself. And I feel like that's a very good question. And I have an answer. I told her as soon as she asked me that I would date myself. And that's just because I'm so in love with myself, and I'm so in love with the woman that I have turned into, that I would hell yeah, I would date myself. I take myself, what do you mean? I am dating myself because I take myself out on dates. I'll be like, girl, you deserve, I'm gonna take you out to some sushi, get some dessert. Bro, dates when you're single, like by yourself, are so underrated. Ladies, fellas, take yourself on a date. Go to the movies, get some popcorn, you know, go eat at your favorite place, go to the beach. Like, take yourself out. Like, I don't understand why we're so afraid to be alone, or why we're so afraid to live in our single life. Like, yeah, you're going to experience these things with another person, but why not experience them by yourself? That way you know exactly how you like it. Because... you know what I mean? Like when you go to the movies and just, I don't know. Like I just feel that when you are in a relationship or when you're out of a relationship, there should just be a balance. You should just always be in love with yourself. Because if you can't be in love with yourself, then there's no way that you can be able to date anybody. So hell yeah, I think I would, I'm dating myself. Me and myself are dating exclusively, for those of who are asking who I'm dating. But I'm open. What's up? What's up, boys? y'all be playing. Y'all be playing. I'm out here ready in these streets, but y'all be playing. But the summertime is coming, so I don't know. We might have to, cuffing season is over. It's a little warm out.
She got the big room. She got the big room ready for them to shoot their shot. What's up with y'all, boys?
I'm out here alley-ooping these fools, and they still fam like they not catching it.
Wait, y'all not LeBron?
Why can't I do the victory? The victory. What is it that he does? The victory wings that Wade does after LeBron. Like, bruh, they don't, y'all. They don't hear me, man. They don't hear me in these streets. And I talk every Saturday. Every WTW Saturday, we drop a new Ambition Hour podcast episode. And I am out here just letting y'all know, like, what's really good. But y'all don't hear me, though. Y'all don't hear me, though. It's because some of y'all say y'all don't got time. That's what y'all be saying. I don't understand. So, something that came to my attention. What happened?
How's 4 years?
Oh, listen, my brother is gonna let me be great. And that's why I fuck with him. That's why he is the best person to be doing this with. You too, Spitz. I appreciate you, man. This week we had a team meeting this week. We were productive this week. We were, no wonder I was acting up at work, we had a very important meeting on Monday. How was I gonna go back to work on Tuesday and actually want to work? I don't even care that much about this place. Like, I just had a really important meeting with my team about the future and about our plans and, you know, how we can become better as a unit. And that's something that's very important, you guys, if you're doing this independently, to go ahead and have team meetings and communicate with the people that you're working with, because if there's no communication, it's just all over the place. It's just scattered. And then you're gonna sound like me. Just going, like, doing a podcast by yourself. You don't want that to happen. Bro, but can I just say that doing a podcast by yourself is fun, number one. Number two, sometimes it's just like, I don't know, like, because I just talk really fast sometimes and I get really excited on here. So I just hope that whatever I'm throwing, y'all catching. Because I know it goes pretty fast sometimes because that's just how I think. And I feel like if I'm going to be myself anywhere, it's going to be on here with y'all. To the listeners and the watchers, I appreciate y'all. So going Dutch on a date, how do we feel about this?
Doing what?
Going Dutch on a date, meaning half and half on a date.
Oh my God! Please say half and half.
I mean, okay.
What, we finna smoke? Yeah.
Okay.
420. We rolling up right now.
Oh, so Spit said, because we can't say go Dutch. That's the proper term, Spitz. This isn't a very important podcast that is listened to worldwide.
Proper etiquette.
we worldwide, Craig. Like, but go okay. So the proper term is going Dutch when you go half and half on a date. But we'll go ahead and use the term which is going half on a date. So first date, are we going half on the first date?
No.
Half says no. Spitz says no.
Fucking no, I said.
On the first date, okay, so who should pay on the first date if you're not going? You're paying.
I'm paying.
Even if she invites you.
Money long, baby.
Yo, hold on. I seen that what Lauren put. Yo, I respect her.
Okay, yes. So for those of you, because let me just explain real quick. So there's a clip that Lauren London posted, which I don't understand because people were saying that was a connection that her and Nipsey had, but she did not say nothing about Nipsey. The internet this last 3 weeks has not been the same. R.I.P. Nip. But so Lauren London basically expresses how, you know, if you go on the first date, who should pay? That's the question, and she said whoever invites should be the one to pay on the first date. So if the woman invites the man, then she should be prepared to be able to pay for the date. If the man invites the woman, then he should be prepared to pay for the date. She said when you invite somebody to your house for dinner, you don't tell them to bring the groceries. She has an amazing point there. I like that point.
Yeah.
That's a very solid point. Now there's also this whole thing that there's some women that they don't think that way. They think that a man should pay for the date. I feel that if it's an invite, a woman should be like, I'ma pay, but a man should also be like, nah, girl, like, I got you. This is like, there's a roach there. You almost gotta like hit her hand a little bit. Gotta show her who's boss. Now, as a woman who has done that before, who has been like, I'm gonna pay for it, and then the guy takes over, that to me, when a man does that, I appreciate that, because I feel that I wasn't trying to do that so that he can pay for it. I just did that because I was probably the one who initiated it. And if I initiate it, I feel bro, as a woman, how am I gonna be like, yo, let's go to dinner, and then I got you paying? You know what I mean? And then if and when it comes down to it, first of all, there's sometimes where people don't even know if it's a date or not. So then you go into that. You go into this whole, like, is it a date? What constitutes as a date? So do you, like, if a guy wants to go, hang out with me, I would like to know if it was a date or not. Like, if you just want to hang out with me, that's cool. Now, I would like to know, all right, no, so this is a date. And I feel like that's when the communication comes into. Now it's getting very technical, but bro, if you think about it, dating it's funny because I say that I'm dating, but you actually have to go on dates to be considered dating, and that's not happening either. So I guess I'm just trying to figure it out here like the rest of y'all. What's really going on with the single life. But it's funny because I every episode I'm like, don't go on a single girl tangent. But I mean, it's just my reality, and I can only talk about my reality, and that's what it is. So for me, I feel like the whole going Dutch on a date, I would be the one that if a guy even said something about going Dutch on a date, that would just put me in a position to know that what you feel that we have isn't serious. Because you know what I mean? Like, well, if you over here talking about let's go Dutch on the first time that, you know, we chilling, or the first time that it's a date, like, that means that you're not serious because it's crazy how something like that can mean so much, because to me it means that you're not serious about us, because the reason why I would want to go Dutch with somebody is because I don't want to spend my money on them because I see no future. And I don't want you to be like, oh, I paid for her meal type of shit. You know what I mean? So that's my mindset. That's how I think. Because they're like, oh, I bought her something. So, or like, I paid for her food. You know what I mean? Like, that means that, that to me is just, is something that's just very, like, I don't like that. I don't like, oh, I got her, like, you know, I got her the fully loaded French fries and shit like that. You know what? Like, if that's how it's going to be, then I'd rather just pay for my shit. Like, that happened to me one time. This dude, he like got me drinks, and it was like he was just like, oh, it's my birthday and I'm buying you drinks. How does that work? And it was just like, I'll pay for my drink. Like, we don't gotta play this game at all. Like, we don't gotta play this game. Like, it's not, no. I can pay for my drink if this is the game that we gonna play. I can pay for my drink. Thank you very much, sir. It was very nice talking to you. But this will not continue here. Now, I didn't pay for that drink, but I'm just saying I would pay for it if I had to. Like, yeah, you know, like, happy birthday, player. Like, it's been real. That was a really funny story. I shared it with the boys. It was funny because that dude said that he had a cousin. He told my sister that he had a cousin that looked like Chris Brown. So it's funny because after a while, I was just like, yo, if he had a cousin that looked like Chris Brown, that's who I'm trying to chill with. I'm not trying to chill with you. Like, I'm trying to chill with the cousin that looked like Chris Brown. Like, man, these dudes. It's funny. As a single woman, what you see in like when you go out, and when you go out with other women, and because I'm with the boys a lot, so I don't really get approached a lot by dudes because I'm with the boys a lot. So it's like they don't really approach me because they think that I'm with one of them. They don't know that I'm with my brothers, and it's just the best. It's the best of, like, it's the best and it's the worst, because it's kind of like, y'all, they killing my game. That's why with flight's mom, you always out here with your brother. That's what she said. She's like, you ain't got no man. I'm like, damn. Bro, shout out to Flight. Shout out to Flight. She
is smoking.
She's always judging me for smoking. She's just like, you always smoking like that shit. I'm like, damn, hi, Mama Flight.
I don't fool with that weed.
Yeah, she is just so fucking funny. I've met a couple of the artists that have come on the show, or like just rappers. Like, I've met some of their moms, and every single one of their moms is like awesome. Shout out to the moms, man. Shout out to all the moms out there who are making it happen, who are going to school, working a full-time job, and have kids to attend to, a man to attend to, possibly a dog to attend to. Like, mothers, I be seeing you at the parks. You guys take your kids to the parties after working a long shift. You guys do whatever it is that you need to do. Shout out to Kim Kardashian, who's out here trying to secure the law degree bag. I ain't even mad at that. Like, girl, you go ahead and you do that. You go ahead and pass that bar exam and show all of these women that is possible. Yes, she has a lot of money, but she's working towards making more money. And if that's not inspiration, I don't know what is. Oh, man, what an episode. This is good. This is some good energy today. I'm feeling very happy. I know I gave a shout out to the boys on the audio visual, so shout out to them again. Guys, House of Jones is out. I'm really excited about that. I'm really, 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 really excited. I did speak last week on what it kind of meant to the company as far as the name of the project, which is House of Jones, and it's kind of like, you know, the house where we would just like all kick it in. That's where the boys first started recording together. And it's just, there's just so much meaning into it, and I love that it's out. I pre-ordered it yesterday, bro. Pre-order your friend's shit. Pre-order your friend's shit. Like, I cannot stress it enough how important it is to just pre-order it, order it, listen to it, stream it, go on YouTube. You don't understand what these things, like, they just help so much. And I see how it is for the boys when, like, the things like this just happen. And this week just proved so much, like, what is possible when you just stay consistent. and you just continue to pursue what it is that you want to pursue. Because I work a full-time job. Okay, so I work 8:30 to 5. Now, working 8:30 to 5 for a company that everything that I do is it's redundant because it's very repetitive. It's very like, okay, so it's this and this and this every single day. You know what I mean? And so when I'm at my job, like I really like what I do and I like the company and what we do there. But then I see what's on the other side. You know what I mean? I see what the company can do. I see what I can do. I see what I'm capable of. I see what these boys are capable of. I see what this dream that I festered up in my mind is capable of. So when I'm at work, all I can think about is how can I turn my passion into my paycheck? Because that is what I want. I want exactly what I am doing right now, creating content, creating the visuals, creating the videos, creating, opportunities for other people to strive in their own field. That's something that I want to turn into a paycheck, because then that means that I would be doing what I love every single day, helping other people to do the things that they love every single day. So when I'm at my job, that's all I'm thinking about. And it's like, it's gotten to the point where like I'm not very social. Like you guys would say like, you're not social, like you wouldn't believe me. Like, and it's literally because I'm just there to do the work that I have to do, mind my business, not go to the gas station as much, because when I go to the gas station, I just want to eat bread, Skittles, fucking everything that I'm not supposed to be eating at the gas station, and just staying consistent in what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's real. I'm doing that because it's paying for my passion. You know what I mean? Like, cause this, you guys, like this is out of pocket. Like I said this last week, this is $1 in a dream. So what I mean by that is that our dollar that we are working very hard for is paying for this dream until this dream starts paying for all of the luxuries and all of the things that we want in this life. And you know what? I think if you want to work a full-time job for the rest of your life, I think that is awesome, because that also takes courage, because especially in this generation where like everybody's just like, you gotta be a boss, you gotta do this, you gotta be, you can't work for nobody. Like there is just something that excuse me, that voice took a lot out of me. And sorry guys, it is 420. It is 420, and I just had a 420 moment. A 420 moment brought to you by 420. Dun, dun, dun. All right, back to regular scheduled programming. And so you just have people who like they want to talk down about having like a full-time job, and I feel like go ahead and do that, because that's a bag that you're securing each and every single 2 weeks, 1 week, whatever it is that you're doing. I, on the other hand, and my team, we are striving to do something else. We trying to pay for our shit with our passions. And I feel that that's just very important to do, because, like I said, we are put on this earth to do something very important. And if we don't go back to God with this purpose fulfilled, then it's kind of like, wow, what did I put you out there for? Like, I put you out in the universe. I gave you all these resources. I gave you this gift. I gave you this voice. I gave you this talent to be able to write lyrics, to be able to come up with a movie, to come up with a music video, to come up with a company, like there's so many things, and you're gonna come back and you didn't do none of it. You didn't do none of it. You didn't unlock your full potential. Why? Because you were scared. Why? Like I'm just saying, man, life is way too short to not do what you want to do. So go ahead and chase those dreams that you have, because man, I mean, if like the Homecoming film, the Wiz Khalifa, like coming off of just watching those two things and seeing what's possible with what people that are normal, like when I heard Beyonce and the pregnancy that she went through, that was normal, what I heard, because I've heard other women go through that during their pregnancy. Like, it is, like, And it just shows like how normal this woman is, and yet she's able to do extraordinary things, and it's because she is fulfilling that passion. So I can't sit in front of you guys and tell you guys that I'm not inspired to just be the best version of myself and to create as much content as possible, because I'm so inspired. The same goes with Wiz Khalifa in his docuseries. Like, how can I not be like hyped now to like want to record everything that I am doing, because I want to later on produce something that is going to inspire the next woman, the next man to want to do something great. Because just like watching that, like, I know my brother watched it. My brother is a rapper. Like, and my brother, since he was as long as like 16, 17, like, you know, he came out with his first project when, how old were you, Hav?
About 17, yeah.
Hav was 17 when he dropped his first project. You know what I mean? So to see that, and to see, what was that?
Music to Fly To.
It was called Music to Fly To. It was pretty dope. We've talked a little bit about it. I was like the stewardess in there, like in the video. It was pretty cool, like in the audio, and it was pretty cool. And it's crazy because I've been preparing for this since then. You know what I mean? Just like how he has. And I feel like this is just our moment. So it just, and I wish that I were to have footage from when he was recording that stuff, because I remember living it and just being like, man, this is so legendary. Like, he's dropping a project. And can we say the date for what else is new?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh! For the first time on the Ambition Hour podcast, we are dropping an exclusive date for Hav's next project, which will be dropping on November 9th. Yo, that's crazy, because we just dropped a project today, and you guys already have a date for November 9th that you guys will be able to pre-order Hav's project. We'll make sure to go ahead and blast it on all the social media sites that we have on the website, where you can pre-order this album, because this is gonna be a good one, you guys. It's gonna be a grand one, just like House of Jones. So make sure that you listen to House of Jones, take it in, and all that. And La Vita e Bella. Make sure that you get the shirts, ladies. We're trying to come up with a lot of cool stuff for you guys. It's in the works. I'm just so excited for what's like about to happen. I've been telling Hav like something big is about to pop off. Like, something big is gonna happen. And I feel that for you. I feel that for everybody.
Okay, Oprah.
Hey man, listen. You know that's crazy that they took out that Oprah the thing that she had the interviews with.
You know that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy that they took that shit out. They took out the documentaries from the Michael Jackson thing. You know, I don't think I ever spoke on that, but I did watch the documentary and I couldn't watch it. I was just like, this is all a lie.
I'm looking at the man in the mirror, and you don't tell no lies. Sometimes you look at the man in the mirror.
I was like, y'all dumb. The boys were like, we got something, gotta look at the man in the mirror, just in case, you know, if you guys can't hear that. For those of you who are listening for the first time, this is like, the boys are always chiming in. It's the best thing ever. I'm not alone, so I know it looks like I'm alone, but I'm not alone. I got y'all watching with me, vibing with me, and I got the boys in the back. You know, it's in my audio visual. Shout out, I cannot stress enough. Shout out to my audio visual boys, because they're just, they give me stuff. You guys wouldn't clap for yourself, so that makes sense. I'm like, why am I the only one clapping? Oh, shout out to Illmatic for celebrating the 25th anniversary for having dropped. It dropped April 19th, 1994. And it had producers like Q-Tip. It had DJ Premier, Large Professor, LES, and some like that. I think that's it. Pete Rock as well. I listened to it yesterday. I jammed out to it. It's crazy because it reminded me of so many things. It reminded me of Rock the Bells. It reminded me of Renee, R.I.P. to Renee, which is CAB's older brother. It reminded me of him so much. It's crazy how an album can remind you of somebody like that. But yeah, so, and then just listening to it and kind of like taking in that Nas was 21 years old when he dropped this project, like, is insane. I've seen like people talk about it because y'all know everything hip-hop that comes out, I try to watch it. So if there's something that I possibly haven't watched, please let me know. I'm always open to recommendations. You recommend me something, a playlist, an artist, or something, I'm more than willing to, you know, take a listen to it. But yeah, so like just Nas, and then having these producers and these big name producers, and then the beats that they produced, and the content that he put out, what he spoke about, and how he was just a mastermind for this whole project, and for it to be being celebrated 25 years later, I think is really cool. Him and Mary J. Blige are going on tour with each other. Hello. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, 10 years.
Because we have a picture in the studio that it's like it's framed and everything. It's Illmatic, and it's a 10th year anniversary poster. So that's pretty dope because we just celebrated the 25th. So it's just continuously being celebrated. And so yeah, so him and Mary J. Blige are going on tour. I would love to go. I've seen Mary and Jay-Z together. That was actually my first Mary and Jay-Z concert. And she was amazing. So I can just only imagine how it would be with Nas. We saw Nas at Rock the Bells. So that's pretty. But I think they're doing it in like West Palm Beach or something. It's not even in Miami.
Right.
I don't know. Nas.
That's South Florida.
You don't think that Nas and Mary J. Blige can sell out the American Airlines?
Yes, I do think that they can. That's possible. Why not?
Right. I think so. I don't know, but I don't know why they're not doing it here. But I guess we'll see how tickets are or whatnot, and then we'll see if we can go. And then Jay-Z's doing the B-side performance. Oh man, that's cool.
That's only in New York though.
Yeah, I almost wanted to book that flight to go to New York and like.
And go to Dykeman.
And go to the place and watch Jay-Z perform B-sides.
And then shoot dice.
And then bro, I'm not gonna be in New York shooting dice. Like, that's not what I'm going to New York for.
Beginner's luck.
Bro, oh my God. Oh, I have to tell you. Okay, so Spitz was explaining to me this dice game because we were shooting the video for a dub on it, and I was gonna be in the video playing dice. So Spitz is teaching me what game you were teaching me. What game? Huh? CeeLo. He was teaching me how to play CeeLo, right? So he's teaching me, and then he's just like, oh, but you can't play it until we go to Vegas because you gotta use your beginner's luck. And I'm like, so I can't even practice a game that I just learned how to play? Like, how am I going to go to Vegas and then remember how to play what you just explained to me? I already smoked a little bit, and you expect me to remember this? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's not gonna work. I can barely remember what I did yesterday. You want me to remember this dice game? But I get it, beginner's luck or whatnot. But that was just funny. And whatnot. Some teacups. Ambition Hour podcast. We got water, remember? We got all this. Oh, I'm doing, I asked, some of the people that follow, well, I asked on Instagram if anybody wanted to join the water challenge, the Mind Your Business water challenge. Mind your business and drink water challenge. And so it's just I'm gonna be posting those details later because I hadn't really kinked it out, so I don't want to wing it. I don't want to wing it right now, just like I've been doing this whole episode.
Also, we got a couple submissions on the email that we'll get to in a few.
You got the wrong side.
In a few weeks.
Submissions for
like artist submissions. Artists have been submitting their songs and stuff like that. We're gonna get through that.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so we're gonna get through the artist submissions of people that want to come on the show. Yeah. We're going to listen to your stuff. You guys make sure that you email us. Don't DM us. Email us the link of your YouTube and all that stuff. So artists submitting your stuff, that's something that's very important. I'm a very big visual person. So yes. Make sure that you post your YouTube. I think that that's important nowadays, to have a very good YouTube following. Not a following, but consistency. I think it's because since we just put so much content out, it's just like, bro, if I can't go to your page and see 62 videos, I don't know if I want you on the show. Like, nah, I do, because you got to start somewhere. But, I think that it is important because since we do have that type of content, I can come on here and say that because we do have that content. If I want to show somebody the artists that are on my label, I can show them the 62 plus videos that we have. The 60 plus podcasts that we have and the behind the scenes that we have. Like, we have content, and I'm just saying we're creating more. And yeah, content kings and queens, because we got queen. And so it's just like that. Like, it's very important as an artist, as a creator, as whatever, that you're using the platforms that you have available to you, the Twitter, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I was about to say the YouTube. Woo, girl. But yeah, so it's very important for you to just have a lot of good content on there, because that's what people see first, and what people see first is very important. Like I said, if this is your first time here, thank you. Make sure you subscribe and join notification gang. That way you get notified each and every single time that we drop a new video, a new song, a new podcast. I'm very excited, because April is done. You know, so we're getting into May, we're getting into June. June is my birthday month. It's one of the best months ever. I feel it is, because it's my birthday month. We've talked about on this podcast how there's a lot of Geminis, right? I feel like we have, because, yeah, like Andre 3000 is a Gemini and all this crazy stuff. So, yeah. So, if it's your first time here, thank you again. I appreciate you all. Make sure that you guys go ahead and stream La Vita e Bella. Make sure that you go and stream House of Jones. That just dropped today. Make sure that you stay safe today. I know it's 420, but in some places it's still illegal, you guys. It's not okay to just do it.
Off the weed.
Get off the weed. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith. You know, so don't be out there being all little, you know, Willie, little hootie. Hootie patooties. What'd you say? What is it? Amsterdam. Yeah, don't listen. Just be smart, man. We like, as people that, you know, celebrate this holiday, you know, just be smart about it. Yeah, we every day. I mean, it's every day. Today is normal, but I'm just saying, because I don't know. Then again, I just know smokers, all we want to do is just smoke and chill. Like, we ain't out here trying to do like nothing crazy shit. So just be safe, man. You know what I mean? Just be safe out in these, just every day. Just be safe. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 64 of the Ambition Hour podcast. Thank you to my audio visual Spitz and Hav. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter and Instagram, Ambition Hour. Thank you so much. This is your girl, Audi 3000. And for the 64th time in a row, we out.